Hey, Coach. So glad you found the video. Couple things. First of all, make sure you subscribe and like. Second thing, go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. Let me show you how to put a roadmap and become a nationally ranked coach. I've done it for 30 plus years. Let me help you do that over at teachhoops.com. Let's head off to the video.
All right, welcome. Three welcomes to Coaching Youth Hoops.
Our standard opening. Coach, how are you?
I'm great. It's summer, man.
No.
I'm relaxed. I'm always relaxed when it's summer.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. Especially by you. You have such extreme weather. Ours is, we have
yours is boring. You can say yours is boring. California's boring, but I might move to California if both my
Northern California isn't as boring as Southern California.
That's true. Hey, what about, this is just what we do in the podcast. What do you think of the new development in Northern, that they're building a new community? What do you think of that? Have you heard
of where?
In Northern, 45 minutes an hour from San Francisco, they're building this whole, all these billionaires got together, bought all this land, and they're going to build a community.
Yeah.
Have you heard about it?
I have. Yeah, I read about it.
I think it's a great idea.
Why?
Why not? More housing. Let's go.
Well, I thought it was just for the rich and famous.
No.
Oh, that's right. They bought that's right.
They bought cattle land.
Yes. Cattle, that's right.
Yeah. Because there's not enough places to live in the Bay Area.
Yeah, that's right.
That's why Coach, we're running Coaching Youth Hoops, because Coach has to live in the Bay Area. I bet Coach has seen our lake house. I bet our lake house you'd pay 17 times more for that thing in the Bay Area. 100 times more, probably.
Oh, and on the lake? Get about it.
You'd have to be Bezos.
I could basically sell my house and buy your lake cabin, which is fantastic, which is amazing, and the lot next to it, and still have money left over.
I know.
For a boat.
I know. It's crazy.
And a pickup truck to pull the boat.
Yes, and a dog.
Guaranteed. But I always have to say the but, because then just to justify why I live here, it's nonsensical. So I'm just saying it right now. I know it is. But we have great weather year round.
You do. we have better falls and springs than you do, though.
You do, yeah, because of the transitions.
We do. But summer leads into it. So we're going to talk about summer camps and kind of our feelings on summer camps. But before we do that, we'd like to come see all of you, wouldn't we?
We would. Every single one of you. That would be our ideal situation. We would
somebody
be
in
Taylor
St.
Swift
John's,
and go on tour.
in St. John's, if you enter if you're in the Virgin Islands, whatever.
Spain, Australia,
Antarctica,
to all of those locations.
Yes.
Yes. So coaches, go to coachingyouthhoops.com/clinic and enter your name for a chance to have Steve and I come to your place to teach your volunteer coaches and staff and whomever you want there present.
Priceless.
Yes. Priceless. We're going to give you a 3-hour clinic, share all their knowledge. We have our own curriculum, but hey, we'll customize it to what the needs of your group. So go ahead and go to coachingyouthhoops.com/clinic. Check out all the other great prizes as well.
And if you
hope to see you.
I know there's hundreds of applicants already. So even if you don't win and you want us to come, reach out to Coach Bill at coachingyouthhoops.com. We maybe can make it work. We're willing to talk about it. Anyway. So
that's right.
If you want us to come, there's only one winner. The odds are not going to be in your favor at this one. I won't quote Hunger Games. Maybe the odds forever be in your favor. But there was only one applicant, and but we know there's a lot more that are ready. But go enter,
guys.
And everyone's a winner. Everyone's a winner.
Yeah, everyone's going to be a winner. So you're going to get something just for signing up.
And you get and there's other prizes along the way. But so
summer camps.
What's your thought?
Yeah, I have lots of thoughts in summer camps. I run my own summer camps. Every year, we're evolving those summer camps. But a couple of things I like, and I like the smaller camps personally. I think, more one-on-one. I don't like to pack the gym too much.
I don't like the
Um,
University of Washington's camp or the UCLA camp or the North
yeah,
Carolina camp. They're too big.
they're too big. They're too
Too big.
big and
Not personal.
not personal. It's great. You can be around there. So, okay, let me even back up. What do you want out of the experience of summer camp? So, if you're a coach who's got a child or you're pushing a particular summer camp, what do you, what's the experience you want? Okay, so if you want to go to one of those college camps, great. You get to be around some
Yep. You
heroes.
get to go
Maybe they've
swimming
launched
after you
and
play and you get to
yeah,
eat in the
maybe get a
cafeteria.
t-shirt signed by one
Yes.
of the right. That's
Right.
that's awesome. So we're not taking away from that.
No,
But
no.
if you want to, if you're really looking to level up your skills,
Ooh,
that
level up.
individual skills, which I know you like that
Level
one.
up. I do.
That's the name of my youth organization. Uh, yeah, if you're looking to,
I'm sorry. I had to laugh. You just
you did. I know.
level
I
up.
didn't mean it that
Level
way.
up.
Yeah,
Teach.
yeah, level
I'm
up.
going to teach some hoops.
Yeah,
Level up.
that's
Yes.
right.
That's
Level
funny.
up.
Sorry.
Yeah, level up basketball
Yeah.
training.
There you
Level
go.
up basketball dot training.
Okay.
Okay, so if you, yeah, it really depends what the experience you want. Okay, so summer camps, right? You have the fun ones where, look, I'm working 9 to 5. I got to get my kids into something, right? So they're going to go to this huge camp. It's going to be an all-day thing. Pack them a lunch and off they go for 8 hours.
Right. It's a
Great.
camp. It's a camp
Yeah,
camp.
it's
Like,
really
yes.
truly a camp,
Yes.
right? Then at the other extreme, there is smaller, we'll call them camps or training opportunities, right? Where it's a little bit more intimate, where you're working with the smaller group sizes. They're really getting into more individualized training and working on their individual skills, right? So you got those two extremes. And it's really the experience you're trying to get. But I think some universal things I would think about is how much is your kid standing around, right? And that's one thing to look at. The larger sizes, they're going to be standing around a lot. Um, you're probably doing some, you know, kind of useless one-on-one moves that you rarely use in a game just because it looks good, right? Um,
And you're going to be in a station and you're going to be standing and then someone's going to get to go and then you're going to go to the
yeah,
next day. So how much skill work and how much are you going to get better is the question. I mean, it again depends on what you're looking for, I
yeah,
think.
it depends what you're looking for. If you're just looking for something, like you said, place to, because you're working and you have to send your kids someplace in the summer, right? There's
Right.
camps for that,
Right.
right? There's a lot, but I think regardless, just generally speaking, camps are great. I mean, I think there's a lot more that you get out of a camp than just the skills, right? You're with your friends, you meet new friends, you meet new people besides, your own coach, right? You get exposed to that. And and again, we're talking youth camps, and then there's some, right, where they're preparing you to play in college when you're in high school and stuff. But
So let me tell you my opinion on camps and kind of the shopping of that. But before we do
yeah,
that, we'd like to give a big shout out to our sponsor,
yeah, game
GC.
changer.
GC.
You can
Nice,
see I'm wearing the
nice.
shirt
I don't
today
have
if you're
my
watching
shirt.
it.
I still don't have my shirt. Still don't have my shirt. Still don't have my shirt.
It's
So
it's literally here. You want to see it?
yeah, let me see. I don't believe it. Oh, there it
Right
is. All right.
I have it.
Okay.
Get it out to
Well,
you.
someday I'm wearing blue
Someday.
at least. Okay.
Yeah. Uh, but yeah, shout out to Game Changer. If you go to gc.com/coaching youth hoop, check out Game Changer. It helps you manage your team. And the best thing I like is easy stats. Parent can sit in the stands, take stats for your games, and it's individualized, meaning as long as you have your team members entered along with their numbers and you're recording video, they get an individual video for by your team or for each individual on your team. That's what I'm trying to say. And that it's a highlight reel that happened during the game. It's absolutely amazing to use it, how they use AI to separate the individual clips per individual on your team. So gc.com/coaching youth hoops. Check it out. It helps keep this podcast free and a lot of our other.
It does. So so I'm assuming youth coaches here, youth players. When I'm thinking of camp, first of all, as they get farther along in the youth progression and they get to middle school, yes, maybe you need to look for some higher level camps. You need to look for some camps that are going to work on specific. Maybe you have a post player and you want to work on post things, or you're going to do an overnight because you want them to get used to that. There's all those things. I think as a youth parent, you should look at where are you living and what is the objective of your child. Is the objective to play just youth basketball? Great. There's camps for that. Is your objective to play at the high school level? Then go find out where your high school coach or whatever is running their camp. Part of it is just getting used to this is what they expect. Here's what it's like. There's the kids I'm gonna emulate. So I think that will take care of some of the concerns you had, I think, with overcrowded and too big. And the problem is you want to start small with these kind of camps. Otherwise, you're going to, in my opinion, you're going to turn off. You don't want to go to a big camp when the kid's in third grade, probably. And again, there's exceptions to every rule, but I think you want to start local, start small, there's all sorts of different organizations that run camps that will teach and then they'll play and those kind of things during the summer. And what is it? Upward basketball kind of does that a little.
Upward.
Yeah, they do upward, it tends to be maybe a little bit religious based sometimes, but it's they'll practice and then they'll play, and that's they'll do little clinics and things like that. So anyway, I think that is for me personally, when I was going through with my kids, and then because I didn't know if my daughter would she didn't end up like basketball. She's an actress, whatever, but I'm a basketball coach, so I was going to give it, and throw and see if it sticks. It didn't stick. But it was a local thing, see if she likes it, see if she likes how that interaction works. I don't know. What do you think?
Well, yeah, I think that's right on. I mean, it can be very intimidating for, I don't care if they're third grade or I've had a fifth grader who showed up to, we had 20 kids we were flying, moving. Showed up to a tryout and she was a little intimidated with that.
Right.
So you just got to be careful.
But the fifth grader, in the fifth grader, that's Caitlin Clark, it's different because she would have like, whoa, no. Yeah,
exactly. So again, you have to find the right camp for the that fits your child as well. And you have to remember that sometimes they're going to be a little scared going in. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but they find the right camp, right fit for what you're looking for. I think it's important that they at least try.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's kind of our family philosophy. You sign up, you do it. Then you don't have to do it again.
Right.
You don't like it.
Us too. Yeah.
But you're gonna finish it. Can finish the race.
Well, let's talk about the other aspect though too that I want to bring up. Sorry to interrupt you, Coach, but it just hit me that what we didn't touch upon. If you're a camp director and running camps, so let's switch now to that aspect. What is, what's the best way to organize a camp? You have your stations type of thing. You have
games.
You have everybody does the same thing, but out at stations or, individual buckets.
Yeah.
So you have your head coach who goes in and say, okay, now we're going to do, I don't know, you learn the Euro step, right?
Yep.
So then everybody goes to their small groups, does that, or you have, there's actual stations. One bucket is
different things, and you teach
different things, and you just rotate.
I'm a bigger fan of that.
And why is that?
Variety. And it can move faster. And then the kids, so I tend to, and I always think it's good to have high school kids, older kids running those stations because
I do too.
So they get really good at their station. If you're changing, then it's doing a skill over and over. It's like anything. So it's like, all right, I
Mhm.
know the kid that maybe can teach the post moves because he's our post or whatever. And he's getting
Mhm.
better too because he's teaching. The best way to learn something is to teach someone else. So that's why I do it that way. But yeah, I mean, that's running a camp is a whole different. Hey, coach and I will come run your camp for
Yeah.
a price. I don't know. Maybe we would come run your camp. I don't know, but we could
Well,
definitely
what
come run.
about I'm sorry, finish your thought.
No, I was saying we'll come run a clinic and we can
Yeah.
maybe do some
We can talk about your camps. Yeah,
camp at the same time. Yeah.
Talk about like so you have your half-day camps. Again, we're talking to camp directors now. If you're a coach running a camp, your half-day camps, you got your full-day camps.
Yeah, dude.
What's the ideal camp length in your opinion?
It gets longer as they get older.
So, okay. Yeah.
So, I'll keep an 8th grader 3 or 4 hours easy.
Mm-hmm.
But K through 2, we keep them for an hour, 45 minutes,
Yeah,
enough
yeah.
that mom can run to the grocery store and get back, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And when we do it, when we do our overlap, I we had to change our camp because of construction stuff, but we'd have like 6th graders kind of could go between camps, or 5th, 6th, 7th could pick the morning or the afternoon,
Oh,
because I
yeah.
kind of want the parents to be able to pick the skill level and stuff. So yeah. Anyway, so
And what about so then you also have your general, you're going to learn everything at this camp, or you can break it down into, okay, we're going to do, this is a shooting camp that's
camp or
going
a
to be,
game camp. We're going to just
or a
do a
game
game camp.
camp,
I know.
or right. So you have all of that structure as well. I
There's
do a mix
infinite
of
numbers.
both.
What?
So I do a mix of both. So like, for example, my June camps are progressive. They're half days. There's 3 hours, and they're focused on only a couple aspects. So we go deep in June, and they're 3 days long, and we go deep in a particular subject in basketball.
Okay.
Then in July, uh, they're 3 or 4 days long. I have 2 options, morning or afternoon. Or I mean, I guess 3, morning, afternoon, you can stay for the whole thing. And those are more general. We're going to do a bunch of different activities, and not
You're
necessarily
putting them
focused on
all.
1 or 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
So
All right. Anything else, Coach?
no, that's it for
Go over and
me.
check out
Coaches,
Game
good luck.
Changer. What's the URL again?
gc.com/coaching a youth hoops.
Go check it out. Till next week.
Next week.
Hey, Coach, so glad you enjoyed the video. Subscribe and like before you leave. And also go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. It's got everything and a roadmap for you to become a better basketball coach. So go over and check it out. And let's head back to the next video, wherever that would be.